Spurs have sacked Antonio Conte from his job as manager of Tottenham Hotspur, and to be honest, the writing was on the wall. What's going on, guys? It is Ketch, back again with another video on the channel. Sorry for the delay in uploads. It has been a busy time and I've been doing a lot of things, but here we are back on the channel. Please do like, share and subscribe if you do enjoy, and let's get straight into the action. As you may have seen, Antonio Conte has been sacked by Spurs, and it comes on the back of this extraordinary extraordinary rant he made at the end of Tottenham's last Premier League game, which was a 3-3 draw against strugglers Southampton, who are in the at that point in the relegation zone. I think they're still bottom from memory, but yes, Tottenham were 3-1 up in this game and threw it away to draw 3-3 with Southampton. So it was a good recovery from Southampton, but then it led to Conte going on to this extraordinary rant, and here are just some of the actual snippets he said. "We are 11 players that go into the pitch. I see selfish players. I see players that don't want to help each other and don't put their heart." He also said, "Maybe previously in other games something can change, but here we're used to it for a long time. The club has a responsibility for the transfer market. Every coach has stayed here has the responsibility. And the players, where are the players? In my experience, I can tell you that if you want to be competitive, if you want to fight, you have to improve this aspect. And this aspect, I can tell you in this moment, is really, really low. And I see only 11 players that play for themselves." Massive statement, essentially saying his players only care about themselves and not the team as a whole, which has unfortunately put Spurs' chairman Daniel Levy into a bit of a spot of bother. He's had no choice but to relieve Antonio Conte of his duties, and it's not that Levy is not ambitious or doesn't give these managers enough backing. It's the fact that there just seems to be something at Spurs where these managers who previously had massive clubs seem to fail when it comes to Spurs, and it puts a lot of doubt into the back of their star striker Harry Kane, who at this point in his career is reaching his prime. He might not have that many years left at the top level, but he has still not won anything with Tottenham. I'm not counting that ridiculous Audi Cup as a trophy, because let's be honest, that was a pre-season friendly, not an actual proper competition. So what does Kane do? Does he leave in the summer? Does he stay with Spurs? I reckon his chances are better off elsewhere. But here's another stat. Look at the managers Spurs have had since Mauricio Pochettino left. Jose Mourinho, we won't count Ryan Mason because he was a caretaker, Nuno Espirito Santo and Antonio Conte. Now that is some pretty decent European football royalty. At least Conte and Mourinho are, and then Pochettino before them was very good in the role as well. But it just seems to be something at Spurs that just doesn't agree with top managers, and you know, it's really difficult to say that because Spurs, the last time they won a trophy was was called the Carling Cup back then. For those of you who are too young to remember, that is what's now known as the League Cup or the Carabao Cup. But yeah, the last time they won that trophy, 07-08, and the manager at the time was Juan de Ramos, who was a bit of a name in Spain before he came to Spurs, and certainly left his mark on the club by being the only person to win a trophy in the last, well, what is that, 15-16 years now it is, and Spurs have been just gathering dust on their trophy cabinet. And the biggest prize that Kane had a chance at was the Champions League in Madrid in 2019 against Liverpool, but on that day Spurs were beaten by the superior club in Liverpool. But it's not all bad news for Tottenham. They've decided to put Christian Stellini, their new assistant, well, I guess he was one of Conte's coaches, in charge until the end of the season, rather than going out and finding a fully fledged replacement for Antonio Conte. And I don't really know too much about Christian Stellini myself, but we'll see. Hopefully for Tottenham's sake he does a good job, because at this current rate, the way they're going, they probably might be going sliding down the table, which can put their Champions League top four chances into a bit of a pickle for next season if they do not improve on the field. But that has been the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on another video very soon. Have a good day, guys. See ya. Bye.